What is going on, YouTube? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards with a little update video for you guys. Once again, I'm going to repreface this video by please do not get political in the comments below. If you do, you will get banned. It's that simple. Keep it on topic to how it affects the hobby, your particular decision making in the hobby going forward with this now in mind, etc., etc. If you go left or if you go right, I don't care which side you go, you'll just be banned from the comments. It's that simple. As I said in the last video, I will not have my comment section turn into most of the internet. Sports cards and nonsense like this are an escape for most people to not have to deal with that kind of crap. So I will strictly enforce that in the comments down below. Part 2. I am by no means a tax advisor, tax expert, or have any idea what I'm really talking about most things in general. So seek professional help / opinions. With that being said, allow us to get into it. Oh, I forgot. YouTube stuff, like buttons, subscribe, come along for the ride. Let's now get into it. So I did a tax thing the other day where they were changing the reporting threshold to $600 for essentially all online payments. I got a lot of comments in that video about, well, time to take it off of eBay and go to Facebook Marketplace, etc., this, that, and the other thing. It's coming to all of them. There's really no avoiding it unless you do friends and family, and good luck with that because PayPal's been cracking down like crazy. And I guess kind of put the cart in front of the horse here. This did end up getting in. So there was a lot of confusion and speculation the day the bill was signed and even immediately after. There was an amendment to have it removed proposed, and that is what confused a lot of people, because if you look at the final bill, the amendment is on there, but when you dig a little deeper, all amendments are on there, and you could see, like, go next level, and you could see where that amendment was never even brought up for a vote, let alone passed. So yes, there was an amendment to strike this, but it never even got voted on to be added to the bill. So this is, as of right now, coming. And I say that because I guess there's some chance this can change between now and next year. And remember, this affects nothing for this year. This starts January of next year. Anything you go over $600 for next year, you will get a 1099. And I do think this is going to have some consequences. This has big consequences outside of the hobby. I really think this is going to affect eBay a lot. And a lot of hobby communities, not just cards, comics, just like other little niche stuff that we're probably not even thinking of. You know, I gave the example last time, your wife or your aunt or your dad or your grandpa or your uncle, gets a new iPad every year and a new iPhone, and they sell their old one on eBay. Well, you just triggered $600. Here comes a 1099. And yeah, people were saying, well, cash is king, rise of the card shop, rise of the card show, this, that, and the other thing. Part of the reason the hobby's taken off like it has the last year to year and a half to 2 years is because of the ease of transactions. I throw it up on eBay, someone clicks buy it now, the money automatically transfers over to me, this, that, the other thing, and we're good. The last 2 years plus, it has been very easy to move cards around or comics or whatever it is that you're flipping. This is definitely going to add a barrier of entry, because if you want to keep doing this, we're all most likely, if you're not already, and like I said, a lot of people are probably already doing, I'm actually probably not a lot of people, probably less people than you think, already have a very good system in place. But we have a year. We have a year, not quite a year. We have 9 months to basically figure this out, get a system in place, and start setting the habits now to document everything correctly if you're not already. I was asked in my live stream yesterday about, how do I do it? I use market movers for some stuff, but I don't know that market movers, my collection, it'll be good for loose tracking. Or I think you're going to need more detail than that. I have an Excel spreadsheet system that I use, but I'm going to have to flush it out or actually just get software. Right now, I just do it by Excel and it's fine. But I think I'm going to need something a little more next level. If anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. I am in the market to retire my Excel spreadsheet and kind of take things to the next level. So Windows-based software, I am all ears. If someone has a good recommendation for keeping track of, what you bought, what you sold, shipping expenses, grading expenses, this, that, the other thing, all that, which is fine. I mean, it's already annoying. This will make it a little more annoying because I'll probably be tracking more. I'll probably be more detailed tracking than what I'm doing now, to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. So it is what it is, but I do think it's going to have ramifications. It will drive some percentage of people out, I think. I don't think a very big percentage. And a lot of people who say that they're going to leave, they're going to be like, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. And like half the people that actually say that are probably actually really going to leave. Probably less. We're all degens. Hard to break habits. I could be wrong. But this is coming. That was the major thing that I wanted to just kind of like mention. Because like I said, it was a little nebulous there. This is 100% coming. We are all going to have to adapt and change. And there are going to be shifts in the marketplace. The ones that I'm really curious about is, and I don't know, I've never ran breaks before. And I've never really entered. I've never entered a break in my entire life. I don't know how this is going to affect breakers. I don't know what type of margin they run now, to run a break. You buy the products, then you have the time to break it, stream it, ship it, sort it, all that stuff. And yeah, they'll have a lot of expenses that they can write off. But I am curious how this affects the breaking community. So if you're especially like the small to mid-time breaker, like the guys that you see just ripping on Facebook Lives, I'm not talking about like, latent sports cards or anything crazy like that. I'm talking about people that go out to their Target every week and strip everything from the shelf and then run breaks, or they're buying it secondary on the market at already inflated prices, building in their own margins to run the break, and then going from there. How does this affect those guys? And does that, once again, I think there's a lot of unintended ripple effects here that we don't really know. So say you're a small time breaker and you buy your stuff secondhand to rip on Facebook. You do a couple breaks a week or a break a day, whatever. And let's say with this, you're like, you know what? I'm out. So who's buying most of the sealed wax? Breakers. So if there are less breakers, even by a small percentage, does that mean that wax prices go down? Because a lot of the small time breakers give up because of this, or just say, you know what, it's not worth it anymore. My margins are so thin to begin with, and it's a lot of time that I'm putting into it. Now to have to worry about this isn't worth my time anymore. So that's less people buying wax, potentially. I have no idea. I'm just kind of speculating where the ripples of this end up, because there are going to be changes that none of us really see coming, or unintended consequences, if you will. The card, whether it's cards, comics, non-sports cards, sports cards, whatever, is one big ecosystem. And just like a real world ecosystem, if something changes, an environment gets shifted due to, if you're using a real world example, a weather pattern or something new being built or a forest getting leveled, whatever, that has trickle down consequences to the rest of the area. And like I said, I see the same thing happening here. I just don't know what they are. We could speculate, we could guess, but there's going to be something that probably stems from this that none of us saw coming. Like I said, it could be as simple as maybe the small time breakers get just destroyed by this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just speculating. I don't know the breaking business from the side of running it and I know what's involved, but I don't know, like I said, the margins and stuff that they're running. You have this now, so you're getting squeezed here. We have increased grading fees pretty much regardless who you grade with. Um, eBay fees, this, that, and the other thing. Like everyone's coming for their cut. So our margins get smaller. Does that mean that, the whole thing is going to go down with the ship? No, I don't think so. But it could cause a pullback. I wouldn't be surprised by that to some shape or form. Maybe I'm overreacting to all this. I really don't know. I said this in the first video that I made about this. It's just a lot of speculation on how we all think this shakes out, which, it is what it is. So if there's something, what do you guys think? Let me know down below what ripple effects you think we see. That's what I want to know. What ripple effects is this going to cause that no one's thinking about or that people are overlooking? Whether it's driving a small percentage of people out of the hobby completely or eliminating like the low to mid-tier collector, not collector, but like the person that does like, okay, I'm going to sell 10 to 20 cards a year so I can buy the 10 cards that I really want a year. Like that person. I'm going to flip these couple Jaw and base Zions or LaMelos if you want to spin this forward and to buy a Jaw Silver PSA 10. So I sell these 5 cards to give me the money to go buy this one big card. And I do that 3 or 4 times a year. And beyond that, I'm not in the business, in the hobby, if you will, or whatever, day to day. Does that eliminate that person? Because now they're going to get a hit with a 1099 for the 3 to 5 cards a year that they sell, assuming they go over $600. Does that person want to put the time and the effort in? And like I said, I don't really know all the rules involved for them to, start factoring in costs and deductions and all that stuff. But that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, the main thing I want to do is get out and update. This is officially in. Like I said, it could probably change. I guess call your local congressman if you're that concerned about it, and see if anything can be done to get it out of there. I'm sure eBay, PayPal, etc., and a lot of these other companies that don't even come into the sports card or comic book realm are probably lobbying pretty hard, because I do think this is going to impact some of those businesses in strange ways as well. So that's all I got for you guys. YouTube stuff down below. Like, comment, sub, and we will see you Sunday morning, most likely, for the week in review, the week that was. I have 2 card shows this weekend, one Saturday morning, probably as you're listening to this, and one Sunday morning, one in Hartville, Ohio, and one in Cleveland, Ohio, Independence, I believe, just south of the city, that I will be not set up at, just, gonna go scope it out, take my stuff with me, try to do some buy, sell trades, etc. And yeah, we'll see you Sunday. Like, comment, sub. Peace.